Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, girls. This is Christy Sperling coming to you, and we missed being with you guys last week because, as you young moms know, things come up unexpectedly, sick kids, school projects, and before I knew it, the week just got away from me. And I missed out on my entree submission, but I'm not going to let it get me discouraged because we're cooking desserts this week with Philly cream cheese, and I'm so excited. This week, I'm going to make for you my berry chocolate pie, and it is so delicious. It's a rainy day here in Atlanta. It's a perfect day to be cooking in the kitchen, and that's what I've been doing all morning. I actually have to take my neighbor's dinner. She just had a baby, and so I thought this would be a wonderful thing to take to her as the dessert, and she's going to think that I slaved all day in the kitchen when really, girls, it's super easy. And this is just what it looks like. I just want you to zoom in on that. It's just so yummy and delicious, and my people got into it last night, so I had to actually cover up with some flowers because it's so good they couldn't wait to get into it. But let's get started. We're going to start with our crust, and I'm going to make the graham cracker crust. I know you can buy the already mades in the store, but this just really adds a layer to the pie that is, this just adds a great texture, and it just makes it super special. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to make the crust so you won't skip this step and go buy an already made. We started out with 12 of the big wafers of graham crackers, and I've just crushed them up, and then I put them in a Ziploc bag and just used a mallet, and I'm just going to finish it off. You don't want it super, super fine. I like having some of the chunks about this consistency right here. And we're going to pour this into our bowl, and then I've got a stick of butter that I've melted not all the way through. You still need some chunks. It just makes it easier to mix. I'm going to pour that in the bowl. This is my new Pauladine spatula that I love so much. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. We're just going to add that in there. And I've roasted in the oven, toasted in the oven on 350, half a cup of pecans, and then chopped them up. So, we're going to add that in there. And now we're going to use our hands. The best way to do this is with your hands, ladies. Now, mix it up, and if you can just see the consistency of it, if you want to come over here and look, it's like, feels like wet sand, basically, is the consistency. If you can see that. Now, I'm going to put it into a 9-inch pie dish, and we're just going to pour it all in here and just mash it down with your hands. And you want to get all up on the sides. Just mash it down until everything is really packed down so it won't crumble on you when you cut into it. And that's it, ladies. And you just pop this into a 350 oven. Let me wash my hands real quick before I do this. And y'all, it's just so, that crust, I promise you, is another layer to the pie that just makes it so yummy and delicious, and it's not hard to do. And it's going to make your guests, when they eat it, feel like you spent so much time on it, and they're going to feel super special because this is a super special dessert. So we're going to put it in here, bake it for 12 minutes. And I've already got one that I've done. And look how golden brown that is with the pecans and the brown sugar. It's just so, so good. Alright, now we're going to start with our filling. We're going to take our bowl, and I've got a pack of the regular Philadelphia cream cheese, and you want to get it at room temperature just so it's easier to mix. And we're going to get this open. And I have to tell you a funny story about this pie. When I was pregnant with my 3rd child, I craved this pie for some reason, and I would eat it for dessert. It's so good. You can eat it any time of the day, but I ate so many of these pies when I was pregnant with my 3rd child. And I still like it. I didn't get sick of it. And this is a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips that I've just popped in the microwave for a minute to soften up. And we're going to add that, and this is what makes it chocolatey and amazing. It's just so delicious. rich with the cream cheese. This is so good. And we're going to take a teaspoon and a half of vanilla and a teaspoon and a half of ground cinnamon. And we're going to come over here and we're just going to mix it up with our hand mixer. You really need to do this with a mixer because you can't get it the creaminess that you need with a spoon. And it only takes a couple of minutes. So, look how creamy and rich and delicious. Cream cheese and the chocolate with the cinnamon. And that cinnamon is another thing that's just going to make it pop in your mouth. And people are going to say, it's just got so many different levels of flavor, but it's so easy, girls. Now, that's it. We're done. Now, we're going to take our Cool Whip, and I've just got a 12-ounce tub of Cool Whip. You don't want to let this sit out. You want to take it out right. I just took it out of the refrigerator because it'll get all gumpy and runny. So we're going to add the whole tub. And we're going to mix this. Just fold it in until it's well blended. See how this is folding in really well? Let's get it all blended up. Get it all mixed up and creamy good. And girls, I've just had so much fun going on the boards of the website of the Real Women of Philadelphia and reading all your comments, and everybody's been just so nice and rooting for each other and inspiring each other. And I just think it's so special when women can group together and just really be each other's cheerleaders and doing things that we love to do is cook. Alright. Now, it's all mixed together. Now we're just going to turn it into our pie dish with our crust that we've already made. Now, and look how yummy and creamy and chocolatey this is. Let's get that over there. And let's spread it all around until it's even. Oh, my mouth is watering, girls. You're going to want to cook this. People are going to think that you slaved in the kitchen when you really see how easy this is. And now for our topping. I've got about 2 cups of strawberries that I've sliced long ways. You don't want to do them sideways, long ways. And then about 2/3 cup of chocolate chips that I've melted, and 2 tablespoons of vegetable shortening. And you're going to say, why would you put the shortening in the chocolate chips? Well, let me melt it a little more. You're just going to, about 10 seconds. The shortening is going to make the chocolate chips kind of gel together and be crispy when you pour it on the top. So that adds yet another layer of texture with your strawberries and your chocolate. Now we're just going to mix that up with our chocolates. Get that all creamy and mixed up. And now you're going to take the strawberries and come over here, cameraman, so we can see. And this is going to make it look so pretty. And we're just going to do it all the way around. And I'm not going to finish it off for time purposes, but you get the point. You do all the way around with your strawberries, and then you're going to take your chocolate topping, and you're just going to drizzle it down. And you don't want to do the top of it. You just want to do a little bit, because if you did the whole top, it would be too much. You get the picture. And this is the final product. After you get done, you want to chill it for about an hour so everything gets all cool. And look at that, girls. Let's cut into it because I've got to have a piece. Look at this, cameraman. Look how creamy and yummy and good with that crust with the pecans, and then you've got your creamy pie and your berries on top with that chocolate topping. Y'all, this is so good. You're going to love it, I promise. I'll see you girls next week. Thanks.